When you picture our planet's poles, you probably imagine endless white, a pristine, frozen wilderness of ice and snow. But what if I told you that in the coldest, most remote places on Earth, a new color is starting to take over? That color is green. From Antarctica to the Arctic, a profound transformation is underway. And it's sending us a clear signal about the state of our world. Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where today we're exploring the startling greening of our planet's icy poles. Let's start at the bottom of the world, in Antarctica. This is the Earth's coldest, driest, and highest continent. But one part of it, the Antarctic Peninsula, which stretches out towards South America, is warming at a terrifying rate, 5 times faster than the global average. Since 1950, temperatures there have climbed by almost 3 degrees Celsius. This intense warming is fueling what scientists call a greening event. New research, analyzing decades of satellite images, has revealed something astonishing. The amount of land covered by plants, mostly hardy mosses, has increased tenfold in the last 40 years. To put that in perspective, an area of less than 1 square kilometer in 1986 has expanded to nearly 12 square kilometers by 2021. And the pace is picking up. Between 2016 and 2021 alone, the rate of greening accelerated by over 30%. So why is this happening? It's a simple chain of events. Warmer air makes life more comfortable for plants. As glaciers melt and retreat, they expose new, bare rock. And with less sea ice, the peninsula gets wetter, giving these colonizing plants the water they need to grow. Even Antarctica's 2 native flowering plants, the Antarctic hairgrass and the Antarctic pearlwort, are experiencing a population boom. Now, a greener Antarctica might sound like a good thing. More life, right? But the reality is far more complex and, frankly, concerning. As these pioneering mosses grow on bare rock and then decompose, they create something that's almost non-existent on the continent: soil. This new soil could become a gateway for non-native, invasive species to get a foothold, threatening the unique native ecosystem. There's also another, bigger problem. Think about wearing a white shirt versus a black shirt on a sunny day. The white shirt reflects the sun's heat, keeping you cool. The black shirt absorbs it, making you warmer. Our planet's ice and snow act like a giant white shirt, reflecting sunlight back into space. This is called the albedo effect. But as this reflective white is replaced by darker green vegetation, the Earth absorbs more of the sun's energy, which leads to even more warming. It's a feedback loop that can accelerate climate change. Now, let's travel to the opposite pole, the Arctic, where a different kind of greening is unfolding with equally profound consequences. The Arctic is warming faster than anywhere else on Earth, and this is causing its vast peatlands to expand. Peatlands are incredible ecosystems. They are waterlogged bogs made of partially decayed vegetation, mostly mosses. They might only cover 3% of the Earth's land surface, but they are carbon storage superheroes. Peatlands hold more carbon than all of the world's forests combined, an estimated 600 billion tons locked away. And for the last 40 years, scientists have observed these peatlands growing, spreading outwards at their edges across the European and Canadian Arctic. This is happening because warmer temperatures and longer growing seasons are helping the peat-forming mosses to thrive. In the short term, this is actually good news. As these peatlands expand, they pull more carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, acting as an even stronger natural carbon sink. This process could help, temporarily, to slow the pace of global warming. But, and this is a critical but, the long-term stability of these carbon vaults is highly uncertain. If global temperatures continue to rise, the very conditions helping the peatlands grow could eventually lead to their collapse. Extreme heat could cause them to dry out, and as the permafrost, the permanently frozen ground beneath them, continues to thaw, it could release all of that stored carbon back into the atmosphere. An even more immediate threat is fire. Wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense in the warming Arctic. These fires can burn through ancient peat, releasing colossal amounts of carbon in a very short time. In fact, some recent data suggests the Arctic tundra may have already passed a tipping point, transforming from a system that absorbs carbon into one that releases it, becoming a carbon source. The greening of Antarctica and the expansion of Arctic peatlands are not just curious, isolated events. They are powerful indicators of a planet in flux. The changes in these remote, frozen landscapes have far-reaching consequences for global climate patterns, sea level rise, and biodiversity. The silent, creeping green at the coldest corners of our world speaks volumes about the future we are all shaping. The only question is, are we listening? Thanks for joining us on Fun Facts Online.